want to come somewhere for a nice, quiet, relaxing camping visit, this is the place to go.
For 11 kilometers, Metro Trail Regional Park hugs the south bank of the Fraser River.
The water quality samples are collected and sent to a laboratory and analyzed.
Hi, I'm Candice Ng, and you're watching The Sustainable Region. Today, we're checking out the Fraser River Discovery Centre in New Westminster. Let's go in and have a look. You can see the route of BC's longest river on this giant map, all the way from the Rockies to Prince George and down to Vancouver. It's named after Simon Fraser, who led an expedition to the mouth of the river back in 1808, most of it by canoe. Recently, a group of paddlers reenacted the final days of that journey, staying overnight in some of Metro Vancouver's regional parks.
This is a little bit of a ballet, and it's a real team effort.
These canoers are switching sides with their paddles in order to avoid sore muscles.
When that's first being practiced, there's a little bit of tippiness going on.
They have 5 days to get in sync. They're part of a group of about 70 people traveling the Fraser River in large voyageur-style canoes. The 160-kilometer journey includes camping at several Metro Vancouver regional parks: Metro Trail, Derby Reach, Colony Farm, and Dease Island.
We'll be on the water for 5 days and 5 nights camping. We've been visiting the regional parks in Metro Vancouver to camp.
The Fraser's a working river. There's industry, there's agriculture next to the river, there's log booms, so it's a busy river, and part of experience of Fraser is just identifying those places where recreation fits, where we can access the river, where we can spend time by the river.
The Fort Langley Canoe Club has regular voyageur canoe recreational paddles throughout the year. In 2013, club members organized the Fraser River Brigade.
We heard about the experience of Fraser, and they just came on board and got us this area.
The Fraser River's living history comes alive when they stop at special First Nations sites.
We went down the Harrison River, saw the petroglyphs and ancient Indian burial grounds.
A visit to the Coquitlam First Nation is also part of the week.
The First Nations are going to take us through their canoe house.
Since one of the goals of Experience the Fraser is to showcase attractions, earlier on this day at Fort Langley Historic Site, a special presentation was arranged.
There was a lot of Hawaiians that actually worked here at the fort.
And then they test the waters during the afternoon's leg of paddling.
Events like today are a great example of people taking that idea and running with it, and the brigade today is like Experience the Fraser in action.
Metro Vancouver's award-winning video series highlights topics you may not consider when you think about living in our region. Where are the next 1 million people in our region going to live? How do you bore a water tunnel under Grouse Mountain? How is eating fiber linked to generating electricity? Can you use light to disinfect drinking water? Plus, you'll never guess what we found in your garbage. Clean air, safe drinking water, waste reduction, and more. Get behind the scenes for the major projects, cutting-edge science, and innovative solutions that sustain our livable region.
Of course, you don't have to be in a canoe to appreciate the Fraser River, and there are regional parks where camping is actually encouraged, offering 2 very different experiences. Welcome to Derby Reach, a Metro Vancouver regional park in Langley that offers camping. It's not well known and it's not well publicized, and the people who use it would like it to stay that way.
We love watching the tugboats on the river in the mornings and sometimes in the evening, and it's just so nice, and we just love it here. And we hope it stays like this for a long time.
It's a pretty quiet crowd. if you want to come somewhere for a nice, quiet, relaxing camping visit, this is the place to go. There's not a lot of noise or rowdies or anything like that.
The quiet atmosphere and its small size make Derby Reach a very popular place.
People will arrive sometimes before 6 o'clock, before the gate is open. Some people will actually line up, especially when it's coming up to a long weekend or over the weekend.
I was here at 5 after 6, and there was one person here ahead of me already because it's first come, first served.
If you have to get here earlier, you won't get a spot because you can't reserve.
Sunday afternoons, lots of people check out, so Sundays, Mondays and Tuesdays are the best days to come.
The campsites at Derby Reach are right on the Fraser River.
I think it's wonderful. I think it's peaceful, it's relaxing, the weather's been beautiful, people are nice. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, we come down here all the time. We just live here in Langley, and like, where else can you get waterfront property for $19 a night?
At nearby Bray Island Regional Park, the rate for small campsites is almost twice as much, $37, and it goes up from there. But the campground could not be more different than its rustic counterpart across the river.
Most of our sites are full hookup, so you have power, water, sewer, cable and Wi-Fi, and then some of our sites are designed for smaller RVs or tents, and those sites have power and water hookup. Here we have a swimming pool, we have access to the beach. So there's a day use area at the park too that anybody can access, and that includes a really nice sandy beach. There's a 4-kilometer walking trail. We have an on-site store and cafe.
Here as well, a lot of the campers are locals.
Camping here at Fort Langley is a treat for us because it's about 15 minutes from our house.
Careful, Todd, okay?
Once you do that 15 minutes, you're like you've driven 2 or 3 hours.
About 70% of our customer base is from the Lower Mainland. They probably don't drive more than about a half an hour to get here. We tend to get people that are newer to camping. They're using our site as a way to, figure things out.
We like it because the kids have a lot of fun here. It's got the park and the pool. There's lots of very smooth graveled roadway for the kids to ride their bikes on, and so far they seem to have met friends every weekend we've come here. So it's just been kind of a nice getaway from the house for the weekend.
Here at the fort they have so much. They have a great little community across the bridge that you can stroll into and just get away for a gelato or something like that.
But there's different people at different stages of their life, and their families are looking for different things. And people that come here are looking for one thing, and people that go to Derby Reach or other parks are looking for something different as well, and there's something to meet everybody's needs.
So take your pick, rustic and peaceful, or with every modern convenience. The choice is yours. Do you like spending time outdoors? Meeting new friends? Come help others enjoy our amazing park networks by volunteering at one of our Metro Vancouver regional parks. Become a Nature House attendant at Campbell Valley, or do habitat restoration at Aldergrove Regional Park. Lend a hand at some fun events. There are many volunteer opportunities that need help from stars like you. Derby Reach and Bray Island are just two of many Metro Vancouver regional parks situated on the Fraser River, and they're all well worth exploring. If you've never been to Matsqui Trail Regional Park, here's a sneak peek. Surrounded by mountains, this little slice of the valley holds some of the very best views and trails in all of Metro Vancouver's regional park system. It's a working and recreational river here, and for 11 kilometers, Matsqui Trail Regional Park hugs the south bank of the Fraser River. These open, well-groomed and flat trails are perfect for joggers, horseback riders, hikers and cyclists looking to spend time in classic Canadiana vistas. It's not only people that run these banks. The salmon run is particularly strong. It's also a prime location for catch and release sturgeon fishing. Matsqui, which means easy traveling, got its name from the Matsqui Nation, who have long used the area for fishing, hunting, gathering, and settlement. Open to the public, the Olin Trail, part of the Trans-Canada Trail, runs through the Matsqui Native Reserve. Although the weather tends to be a bit sunnier and drier than in Vancouver, the park has a history of floods. As recent as 2012, the area outside of the dike was covered in water. The park is bordered by agricultural fields and the river, which make it perfect habitat for the birds of prey that frequent the area. In fact, the Matsqui Prairie is known as one of Canada's most productive agricultural areas. This park is simply endowed with great views, easy trail, and riverside picnic areas, which make it a perfect afternoon spot. So if you like sitting in beautiful views, fishing for yummy salmon, breathing fresh air, or jogging these great trails, then Matsqui Trail Regional Park is the place for you. Only a 10-minute drive from Highway 1 in Abbotsford, you'll find the lovely Matsqui Trail Regional Park. There are many entrances to the park, but the main picnic area lies under the south end of the Mission Bridge. From Highway 11, take the Matsqui Village exit on Riverside Street in Abbotsford.
Hi, I'm Brian Minter, and I've been involved in the horticultural business for over 50 years in almost every aspect of it. How much water we put on lawns is really important, and rather than how long, of course it depends on how big our hoses are, how much pressure we have, but the ideal, according to the latest research, is about 1.5 inches per week. That will keep your lawn healthy and doing well, and even if it goes a little bit brown, it'll recover from that as we get into the fall rain. So 1.5 inches a week would be ideal.
Oh hey, I'm just playing around with this interactive exhibit. See? This is me. I can grab one of these small images to make it larger and reveal words like shimmer, sparkle, and flow. The point being reinforced here is that all our individual actions impact our rivers. Founded in 2011, the Coquitlam Watershed Roundtable is working to protect the health of one of our region's other major waterways.
The city of Coquitlam is growing fast. Growth projections estimate that the population of the city could almost double by the year 2040. That puts pressure on land, infrastructure, and the waterways that make up the Coquitlam watershed.
The pressures that the watershed faces are similar to many urban watershed systems across the province, and our work is aimed at working towards identifying strategies that can be used to help mitigate these pressures into the future.
Because clean water is crucial for a healthy environment, the Coquitlam Watershed Roundtable was formed to promote the long-term sustainability of the Coquitlam River watershed. The city of Coquitlam plays an important role in these efforts as part of the core committee of the Roundtable and through the work of the city's Environmental Services Department.
The Coquitlam River Watershed Roundtable is a multi-sector stakeholder group that was formed after a comprehensive public engagement strategy. It's really diverse, and it's meant to encompass all interests represented through the watershed.
In 2012, with the support of the Roundtable, the City of Coquitlam began performing water quality tests, gathering the data necessary for an accurate picture of the overall health of the watershed. It's not a common role for a municipality, but it points to the importance the city places on maintaining the health of this vital waterway.
We're sampling each location for 5 consecutive weeks at 2 times in the year, one being during the dry season and one being during the wet season. The water quality samples are collected and sent to a laboratory and analyzed for common water quality parameters. In addition to the laboratory analysis, we also use handheld field equipment to take some real-time measurements, or those results are also compared to the same criteria.
0.63 NTU, very nice.
So far, the results are promising.
Many of you may know we've put together an endangered rivers list for British Columbia for 20 years. And on virtually every year, the Coquitlam has been very prominent on that list, except for this year. Because of the right reasons, because of progress made, the Coquitlam dropped off the list, which was great to see.
The main findings of the water quality monitoring for our first year in 2012 have indicated overall good health for the river system.
For the people of Coquitlam, whether they are newcomers or longtime residents, these efforts and the results are part of the reason they love their city.
Everybody who uses the river should keep it clean and help make it cleaner than before, yeah.
I am pretty happy to see how animals and ducks and fishes are all protected here. I can compare with European countries and it's totally different, so I cannot complain.
I think that there are people that are being thoughtful and careful enough that we still have things like salmon habitat and that sort of stuff, that hopefully those resources will still be there for our grandchildren and that to enjoy.
Now the Roundtable will build on its initial success, developing a watershed management plan for the lower Coquitlam River. The City of Coquitlam is continuing its key role in the project during this second phase.
Phase 2 of the process will involve ranking the pressures that have been identified against the human and ecological factors, and working towards identifying actions and mitigative strategies that could be employed over time to help minimize the potential for those pressures to cause impacts within the watershed.
To learn more about the work of the Roundtable and the City of Coquitlam's environmental stewardship efforts, please visit their websites.
We hope you enjoyed learning a bit about our river.
Check out our blog at metrovancouvervideos.org, where you can watch, share, and comment on our videos.
For the Sustainable Region, I'm Candace Ng. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.